All right, that was Apocalypse by Nameless in August here on the Millvale Music Minute. So I think it's safe to say that they probably have a shot at making the festival this year, since we are good friends with Grist House and they're associated. But they played last year, were fantastic at Grist House, and we'll see if they're back again this year. You'll have to stay tuned as we prepare in the future to release our updates on who's in the festival and where they will be. We'll be bringing Jonathan in for that a little bit later, but none of that process even starts until after tomorrow, January 31st, which is the deadline for the music and band submissions at millvalemusic.org. So go over to millvalemusic.org, click the talent submission button, and apply if you, as a solo performer or musician, as a band, whatever you want to perform at the festival. That is the way to do it. This is the Millvale Music Minute. Happy, Tuesday morning to you. I'm here with Jenny Signs of the Millvale Yoga Collective and also Millvale Music Festival committee person as well. And we are also here to her right with Maizey, who is the official Groundhog of Millvale. Maizey, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing great, Brian. Thank you very much. It's so great to be here. I woke up just for this. I hope you're happy about that.
I am. I'm glad. I know you made a special appearance today.
Oh, I did, yeah.
In Mr. Small's Theater at the River's Edge studio. You usually don't come out except for one time out of the year, and I know you
I
keep
like to stay hibernated, just all cuddled up. I've got blankets and cocoa. Look what you made me leave, Brian.
I know, and it's even a bigger deal. Jenny, I don't know, how are you today, Jenny?
I'm doing great this morning.
Good, and I don't know if you know this. I'm sure you do since you organized this festival, but Maizey only comes out once a year, and she comes out to listen to music at an event. Yeah, at an event before the Millvale Music Festival. And if she hears good music and sees good art, then she will predict a good Millvale Music Festival. So we're having a Groundhog party to celebrate that occasion, and you got to come out. It's gonna. What are the details?
So Maizey has really good taste, so I'm hoping that she's impressed with our lineup this weekend. It's Saturday, doors open at 6, and the party starts at 7. We're going to have 5 bands, dancers, live painters, food and beer. It's just going to be a great time.
Yeah, and usually Maizey doesn't come out. You see she's got the blinders on. I guess, what do you call that? Not blinders, vision blockers. She has vision blockers on.
They're my beauty goggles.
Yeah, she's got the beauty goggles on, and she actually took out her ear blockers. I'm really bad at this today. Took out the ear plugs and put on a headset so she could join us today. Usually she's deaf and blind, and she does it to herself so that way she can only experience local music once a year to determine the quality of the music festival. So, Maizey, what do you expect from this party, which we are having at Panza Gallery?
Well, as I said, I'm very excited. I expect to see amazing art and wonderful musicians and no football.
No football.
No football.
No football allowed?
Lots of art. All of the art. If there's no art, there's going to be a nuclear winter. I mean, a really bad winter. I mean, they're basically the same.
So if we invite, if we have a football game playing at Panza Gallery, Maizey, you're saying that it's going to be an awful music festival. So.
And Russia will nuke us.
Well, what does that have to do with the music festival? You think they're going to nuke us during the music festival?
I mean, if people don't come out to enjoy good music and art while it's happening, then we might not make it until the music festival. We need the support right now, or who knows what the Russians will do.
Amazing.
There we go. So it's going to be Saturday at 6 p.m. Jenny, who do we have booked for this show? And one of the best things about this fundraising series is I don't have to plan any of it. I just come, which is wonderful for me.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time for those participating and those that are just coming to hang out. We're going to have Elkhound open it around 7 o'clock, and joining Elkhound, we're really excited to have Esencia Latina dance group. Salsa dancers will be joining the party.
Cool.
We're going to have belly dancers Haley and Joanna Abel, who will be joining us as well. The Moat Rats, the Goodfoots, and Jenny and the Jags.
Very cool. Well, let me see. Speaking We'll continue. I have a quote here that's interesting from the Moat Rats, which I will pull up. What do you think, Maizey, of that lineup? Is that something that excites you?
It excites me a lot. Look, hold on. Jenny, I need you to rub my forehead a little bit like a crystal ball. Yes. And with the lineup you said, I'm predicting a good Millvale Music Festival.
Oh,
really?
But we'll need a good turnout to make that happen. We need people to show up. Otherwise my predictions could change. The future is fluid like gasoline.
Don't worry, Maizey. It's going to be packed because everybody is going to come out and have an awesome time this Saturday.
I'm thinking so. I mean, Dale of the Moat Rats is excited. Here's the quote. He says he is very proud to be part of Pittsburgh's original music scene and to help promote the festival. And he also said that the festival at large, that it's a fantastic event which not only brings the music community together, but the city and Western Pennsylvania community together, as well as showcasing the town of Millvale. So
right on.
He's really excited about it. He's excited to help participate and take part in this fundraiser, which the fundraisers have been doing well. You've done a fantastic job with them. They're always exciting, and I'm really excited about this one. This one's kind
really
of
excited.
All out. We had to impress Maizey here. So we really...
So far, I'm impressed. Keep it up, though. Keep it up.
Folks who come out also have a chance to take something home with them. One artist I forgot to mention real quick, too, is Momon Nadon. So he's a hip-hop artist. That should be really fun, something
nice.
different. And we're going to have raffle baskets, 50/50s, and things that you can win and take home. And some of those prizes include passes to Millvale Yoga Collective, some dance group donations, things all around the city. So you'll have to come out and get some raffle tickets.
There's
and
also
see if you can win too.
Free beer, correct?
There's going to be free beer and food.
So here's something.
Maizey, does it get better than that?
We want to remind you.
For a third day this year.
What's this? Come out for a third day.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come to my Groundhog benefit.
Well, that's the day you do come out, Maizey. Remember, she sleeps too long. That everything's kind of cloudy. You're making a special exception to come out today for this interview.
Does that mean I'm gonna sleep through the Millvale Music Festival?
You usually do. Maybe you'll wake up and come check it out. Usually you only come out once a year. We got you out a second day a year today.
That's why it's so important for everyone to come out to this event, because they can see me, because I might not be there at the MMF. I'm so sleepy.
Exactly. So we do want to give a big shout out to our main sponsor for the music festival. It is the combined friends of these 5 breweries: Victory, Oscar Blues, Trogs, Bells, and Dogfish Head. And one of those breweries will be at this Groundhog party. But we're not going to tell you which one. You're going to have to come to the party and find out for yourself.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. But we can say that all 5 of those beer brands are fantastic. Really a great option. So either way, you're going to be in luck. So Jenny, what other fundraisers do you have coming up outside of the Groundhog party?
It seems like we have about 2 fundraisers a month up until the festival.
Yes.
The next one we're going to have, I believe, is February 9th.
Okay.
At the Millvale Library, and that's going to be a comedy show.
We're going to talk about that a little bit here with Erick Williams. He's going to be joining us too.
Not personally organizing that one. I'm going to take a break and just show up and have a good time. Ones that I'm helping out.
We'll put you to work.
Yeah, right. I'm sure that I'll be doing something. We're going to have Tim Vitelu and members of Chillin' at Cousins Lounge on Monday, February 19th. And then at Howard's, we're going to have guest bartenders and some more musicians. Matt Austin's going to be one of them. February 24th. That's a Saturday. So again, raffle baskets, good times, awesome music. That's one of the main focuses of these fundraisers, is that you get to see and hear some of the awesome musicians that are hopefully going to be joining us at the music festival.
So to continue with what you were saying, we also have March 6th, if you have your calendar out. And that is the Double L. We'll be at the Double L for that.
Double L with Blue Clutch and We Were Telepathic.
Great. And then on the 24th of March, we'll have be at Tazadora.
The Cheerleamen.
Fantastic. We just had them on my program, River Talk, so you can listen back to that interview and kind of get an idea of who they are. I wonder how many people will show up for that one, because they have an entire legion of people that are part of their band.
It should be a good time at Tazadora, that fundraiser. We're also going to team up with Grist House and do espresso shots and beer.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
that should be interesting.
That's fantastic. And then on the 27th, Gristow's another great sponsor of the Millvale Music Festival. And on the 27th, we will be at the Good Time Bar.
That's right. And we're going to have a full lineup there, too, about 5 bands at the Good Time Bar. That's going to be our last one, so we're going to make it rain.
It's fantastic. So that's going to be very exciting. Maizey, I wish you could join us for all of them, but I know that you have a hard time getting out of bed. But I know you'll at least be at the Groundhog Party, which is going to be February 3rd, this Saturday at... Well, it says you said it's at 6.
The doors will open at 6, and River's Edge will be there.
Yeah, we'll be there as well.
Started, and the music and fun, like the music and the dancing and all that, will start at 7 o'clock.
So make sure you come out to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Maizey, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Maizey.
You're very welcome, Brian. I will be there all night this weekend because I have been sleeping all year just for this.
And she's the party animal.
She's excited. So come see Maizey. Come check out great music. Come check out great art, dancing. This is going to be a crazy, crazy party. So I'm really looking forward to that. So stop on out for that. We're going to bring Erick Williams in here. Thank you so much, Jenny. I appreciate
so much,
it as
Brian.
always.
Everybody, thanks for watching.
So there you go. You got the on-air handshake. Does that work for you?
It works for me.
All right. We've got Jenny Signs of Millvale Yoga Collective. You can check out her organization. They are another sponsor of the Millvale Music Festival, and they've got great music, or not great music, they've got great yoga. I got music on the mind. They've got great yoga. She does great yoga classes, and I know it's something I always enjoy. It's always I like to go to the relaxing one. She does some that are like for working out, which is probably a good thing, but I'm really somebody who just likes to relax and lounge, and they've got one there that works for that as well. See, look, you can tell he's a comedian because he's already playing games with the mic, right? You know, it's a fun... I gotta reach over and
just doing mic yoga.
Maisie's gonna fall asleep as she's standing here.
I mean, she's got to nap up and rest. Like, she's got to be prepared. Do you know how many hours she needs to be up this weekend?
I know. I can't even imagine.
98% of the time she's up. Right here is like the other 2% of her annual waking hours.
Can you imagine sleeping for that long?
No, because it just makes me want to sleep for that long.
I slept for like an hour and I feel like a champ, man. I am awake. I'm a little scatterbrained because I just woke up. But
you are like the opposite of Macy. Like, she's awake as much as you sleep. Like, you're like the Energizer Bunny with like caffeine eyes.
I'm caffeinated. We'll go with that route. I don't know how much energy I have anymore. It's slowly dripping
you
from.
Just keep going, man. You just keep beating that drum. Your drum is a microphone.
I guess so. I wouldn't beat my microphone though. You know, they got that meme. Do you ever see that where they talk about somebody dropping the mic and they say the only people that drop a mic are people who have never bought a mic, and that's so accurate. That always aggravates me whenever I see somebody dropping a mic on stage. I'm thinking, somebody had to pay for that.
One of the things that often gets explained to like new comics or whatnot is like, don't drop the mic at the end of your set. Ari Spears can do that because he's Ari Spears. Like, when you're the headliner and you can be like, oh, here's a check to replace the mic I broke every show I performed, then you can do that. If you can't write that check, leave the mic in the stand.
Exactly. And it's nice that you come in here and actually know how to talk into a mic. You would be amazed how many comedians I've brought into this studio who have no idea how to talk into a microphone. And I literally have to teach them how to speak into a microphone. Musicians as well. It's crazy. I guess it's different when you're on stage. You're in the moment and you're not thinking about it. When you're in studio, I don't know why people don't want to hold the microphone up to their face.
Sometimes people just are still bad at it on stage. Sometimes they just compensate for not having good microphone dynamics by just being loud or having a beautiful voice. And people are like, well, ignore this other thing that's you just
not happening.
Angle yourself better. This isn't even artistic talent. This is just geometry, man.
Yeah.
Get it down.
So the comedy show, I have the information right up here. I'm excited about that because this is the first time I think we've done a comedy show for the music festival, as we didn't have a comedy stage or anything. And last year's fundraisers, we did some awesome events with bingo and things like that. So we're kind of taking it in a completely different approach to fundraising this year. And the comedy is one of them. And that's going to be February the 9th at 7 p.m. And it's going to be at the Millvale Library. Can you tell me a little bit about this event?
Well, so as you said, this is comedy in a library. I think it may have been mentioned earlier. There's going to be some beer available. No one knows entirely what
So
beer.
it's another mystery brand. I'm assuming it's probably going to be one of the 5 brands of Victory, Oscar Blues, Trogs, Bells, or Dogfish Head.
Exactly. That is a great game of Clue. Like, it doesn't matter who killed Mr. Body. It's delicious.
It is delicious.
But so it's going to be hosted by the lovely Miss Tripoli. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with her.
Never. What's her name again? Tripoli?
Liz.
Chipotle? Liz Chipotle?
Liz 3 E's.
Liz Tripoli.
E cubed. Liz Tripoli. You smart person. And
Never met her. No, I've met Liz Chipotle.
I thought it was Liz Taco Bell.
Yeah, call her Liz Chipotle next time you see her. Seriously.
I think she might be a little bit hungover at work right now. We did a show out in Kent last night. But in fact, her, myself, and Rob Spears, who will also be on the show, we're all out in Kent. And then headlining this fantastic show at the Millvale Library will be the one and only Mike Sasson, who has a show on...
On the River's Edge, he does.
Darn
Actually, so does Rob occasionally. So we're trying to get that one back up and running on a regular basis.
That's currently maintenance is going on that.
Yes. So hopefully that'll be back soon. But that sounds like a fantastic event. I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
So that's going to be in the library. And that's one thing I love about the library here at Millvale is they are really cool. Because I know the day of the Millvale Music Festival, which is May 12th, all day, you can stop out and you can apply. Tomorrow is the last deadline to apply if you're a musician, and that's millvalemusic.org. But May 12th is the event, and that morning before the festival, the library will be having yoga in the actual library. So this library is more than a library. It's like a community center, which is kind of cool.
Well, this is actually going to be a first for me personally. This will be the first time that I will have performed in a venue that is powered by solar panels.
Yeah, that's one interesting thing about the library that I think is kind of cool. And I'll be honest, I was educated coming to Millvale because I was one of those... I don't want to say I was a naysayer. I was never against solar, but I was kind of one of those skeptics where I would be like, it's Pennsylvania. It's never sunny. Solar, really? It's not going to work here. Well, apparently it still does, even with the hazy skies that we can get here in the Pittsburgh area. The solar still works, and I thought that was fascinating, and I was amazed that a building could be powered by solar power here in Pittsburgh, or the Pittsburgh area. Millville specific, but Western Pennsylvania in general.
This is legit. Millville is actually like a national leader in like sustainability programs and that sort of thing, like environmentally conscious stuff like that. Because what the library does, they have those solar panels. So the Millville Library is like private. It's a private institution. It's not like directly part of the Carnegie Library, even though it is now in the library system.
It's in the system, yeah. You can go, that's one nice thing. You can go to the Millvale Library, borrow something from Carnegie, they'll send it to you. If you go to Carnegie's library, you can then drop it off at Millvale's library, which is really nice for me because I can go to the branch in Oakland and take out a score of music if I want and go home and perform that music to myself. I wouldn't perform it to anyone else. Trust me, you don't want to hear me perform. And then I could go and return it at the Millvale Library, and they'll send it back.
Yep.
And it's great because when you turn it in that day, it's turned in. It's not like one of those things where you turn it in and it has to travel to Oakland before it's officially put it back into the system. So that's kind of cool. So who came up with this comedy idea? Was it Liz? Was it you? Was it Rob? And who else is involved? I know there's a couple other people. There's another person involved too.
Yes, Ingrid.
Yes.
Who is a librarian at Shaler. So actually,
it's a librarian as well. So it's a librarian performing comedy in the library. And let's see. Ingrid Kulch?
Yes.
How do you say the last name?
I think I have not actually met her yet.
Yeah, I haven't met her either.
So what happened? The library got a new supervisor relatively recently, Susan.
Very nice lady. I had a chance to meet her. She's so cool. She gave me her cell phone number. She's just like, text me with anything you need. I'll be there. I live right up the hill. Super supportive of what we're doing here with the music festival.
And so Susan heard about the Millvale Music Festival, and she talked to the AmeriCorps Vista, who works at the library through that, saying that she would like to do a fundraiser type event, be it comedy or whatnot. And the AmeriCorps Vista came to one of our Millvale Music Festival meetings and was like, hey, this is what's going on. And bam! We talked to Liz, and the works magic just happened. And now there's going to be a keg and comedy and a library, and there's going to be a sound system, and we're probably going to have the lights on, but we're not sure. Who knows?
Wow.
Come and find out.
It's going to be exciting. So we have a message here, a comment from Pete. He said something's creepy. I don't know if he's talking about you or I.
Probably me. That would be my best guess.
I don't know. Maybe he's talking about Maizey, which is a very harsh thing to say. She woke up out of her slumber to come in and join us today.
I mean, we do have like 2 sleep-deprived
Can you shake her for a
white
second?
guys. You doing okay? Hey.
She's asleep already. See, look
man.
at that. She's already asleep. You won't be able to hear from her again unless you come out. She actually fell asleep while sitting upright. I've done that before. I've fallen asleep while standing before.
You have narcolepsy with catatoxia?
I don't know what any of that is, but I'm standing there. No, seriously, when you get so tired, it becomes like a drug. And there was one time where I'm at work, and I'm literally a paper pusher at work. I don't want to reveal what I do, but I have these folders, we'll call them, and I have different boxes in front of me, and you have to throw the different folders in the different boxes based on matching numbers.
So you're a paper thrower.
I'm a paper thrower, yes. So I'm standing there at work, and I'm throwing paper into the different boxes.
Good wrist
We'll
motion.
call them. Yeah. And while I'm doing it, I all of a sudden I start to fall asleep. I'm kind of shaking myself back into consciousness, and then it just happens. And I'm standing there, holding one of the folders, sleeping like this, eyes open, falling asleep. And then all of a sudden, I see someone over my shoulder staring at me. And I knew it was a supervisor. And I'm thinking, oh man, what am I going to say to this person? I am standing here sleeping at work.
That's just
And
a great sentence.
Yeah. So and standing up too.
I'm standing, sleeping, not sleeping. I'm standing.
So I tried to
at work.
explain myself, and I said, because I'm coming up out of a slumber I've got word salad. And as I'm explaining myself to the
called
supervisor,
911 because they thought you were having a stroke.
They probably could have, but no, they probably could have if they were there. I realized as I was coming up out of my slumber that nobody was standing behind me, and I completely hallucinated this individual looking over my shoulder. That's what it's like, ladies. That's, ladies and gentlemen, that's why you sleep, and that's why you want a good mattress and a good pillow, and you don't want to don't do drugs. And don't do sleep deprivation, because really it does have a similar effect.
Yes, when you look at the chemical effects on the body, I mean, just like you said, you hit that weird spot that happens sometimes where, like, we talk about, hallucinogenics, you hallucinate. Yeah, that's the name of the title. But when you hit that weird point where you're, like, sleeping but you drift in and out, you can totally have that, like, waking dream where you hallucinate. You're like, oh, hey, there's a unicorn, and wait, I'm sitting here.
You can.
There was not a unicorn.
I imagine people.
Either that or it was a really fast unicorn.
It happens at work all the time where I will imagine people. and I'll see people like at the end of I'll be working a machine and I'll see someone standing at the end of the machine and I will realize that they're not there. That kind of stuff happens all the time when you start going without sleep.
Brian's job is actually Christian Bale and the Machinist.
Yeah.
Well, no, February 9th, I'm super excited for the show.
I am too.
I'm afraid Maizey won't be able to make it. That's why they'll have to come and see her on Saturday.
Exactly. So we've got Saturday, and then we also have February 9th. You don't want to miss any of these events. That's the nice thing about our fundraisers is they're actually worth coming to. They're fun. They're exciting. They're not boring. They're worth your trip. So please come on out. It's going to be this Saturday at Panza Gallery and then the 9th at the Millvale Library. You can go to millvalemusic.org, our website, for more information. Don't forget, if you haven't applied yet, tomorrow is the deadline. It's tomorrow. It's January 31st. And then after we have all of the submissions in, we will cut the submissions off, so you will not be able to apply any longer. And then our booking committee will look through over 400 bands who have applied and try to make sense of all of it and plan a festival around all of that. We will be expanding the number of stages this year. We will also be expanding the number of bands. This year is Millvale's 150th anniversary, so we will have over 150 bands performing at this year's Millvale Music Festival. So you don't want to miss that. That's May 12th. And stay tuned to the Millvale Music Facebook page for more updates and more information as we grow closer in the waning months to May 12th. Eric, thank you so much for coming by. Appreciate
you, Brian,
it.
as always.
As always, you could see more of Eric on the 9th. He is also a member of our committee as well, just to point that out. Again, another big shout out to our beer sponsors who you can find at these different various fundraisers throughout the coming months. That is Victory, Oscar Blues, Trogs, Bells, Dogfish Head, and Grist House will also be at Tazadora. This is a production. The Millvale Music Festival is a standing committee of the Millvale Community Development Corporation, and the Millvale Music Minute is a production of the Rivers Edge Radio Network. You can listen to local music every day, 24 hours a day at riversedgepgh.com. For Maizey the Groundhog, for Jenny Signs, this is Erick Williams. I'm Brian Crawford signing off for another Millvale Music Minute. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And the song we opened with was from Nameless in August. And this one is from Naked Spirit, two great local bands, which you can hear on the River's Edge. I'm Brian Crawford. See you on Saturday.